record should reflect that it's 4:53. Mr. Brooks is back in this courtroom. Mr. Brooks, the only way I will honor that request is if you specifically waive your right to do so. Without that, that's not a convenience for you over there. It's you go over there when you frankly demand removal under Illinois versus Allen.
I didn't demand anything.
No, your conduct did. So you can
My
sit.
conduct didn't demand anything either.
Right, Mr. Brooks,
You
please
keep
sit
changing-
down.
You keep changing
And I'm
the
going to continue
jurisdiction.
with my sentencing remarks.
You keep changing the jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is a subject matter jurisdiction that has yet to be proven on the record. In
Mr.
that court
Brooks?
and in this one.
Please sit down.
I would like to go back to the other court.
It's not a courtesy to you. If you'd like to specifically waive your right to be physically present, then I will entertain that. Otherwise, you need to sit down.
I never waived the right to not be present.
That's
I
because
had
you
to-
forfeited your right
I
to be
didn't
present
forfeit
by
anything, Your
conduct.
Honor.
You're
I
now
wrote-
back in this courtroom.
Your Honor, I wrote 3. I did what you asked me to do.
You never once pledged to me, sir, that
No.
you would not interrupt. And
You-
you're demonstrating by being here that you continue to interrupt.
Man, I ain't trying to hear all that because at the end of the day, I did what you asked me to do. You told the bailiff to tell me.
Mr. Brooks, this is not a debate.
You told the bailiff to
It's
tell me
not
that
a
I had
debate.
to
You
write.
asked to come over here, and I honored that,
Well,
and
I
I brought you
exercised
back.
my right 3 times. I shouldn't have had to do it 3 times.
None of those opportunities that you wrote to me said, I pledge to not interrupt.
I never
Judge
had to do
Darrell."
that before. You've never required that before.
That is actually not true, sir.
You've never required that before. Every single time that I've been brought over there, after some time, sometimes very short, sometimes an extended
Mr. Brooks,
period of time.
you are just simply trying to delay the
I'm-
inevitable. Please sit
I
down.
don't care about the inevitable. It was
I need
already
to
written
get
from day
through
one
this
what was going to
hearing.
happen. It doesn't make me lose any sleep about that. I know I'm okay. I'm okay with everything.
Then please sit down.
I just want to be treated fairly, which I have
Please.
not been.
Please sit down.
And then Your Honor, and then you
Mr.
always make it seem
this is
like
not a
you always
debate.
make it seem like it's some type of aim, and it's not.
Please sit down.
We're talking about constitutional rights. You just told me, or you told the bailiff to tell me that I had to exercise a right that I should already have. I did that. Not once, not twice, 3 times. And it still wasn't honored. And then I raised this sign. I'm
Mr.
waving
Brooks,
this for like 20 minutes
you're-
saying I would want to come back. I'm doing this.
You're
Hey,
here now.
Can I come back? Can I come back? Can
So
I come
sit
back?
down.
It wasn't honored. And then
So I
said,
can
okay,
finish.
I'll write this and I'll see if Your Honor can see it on the screen. The objection sign saying,
Mr.
I've
Brooks,
exercised my right
if
to
you
be present.
stop for a
May I have
minute,
the order of the court?
I'll explain it, but you have to stop so
I'm
I
not-
can
what am
explain it.
Your Honor, I did what you asked me to do.
Actually not.
Yes.
Let me explain
And
if
I
you would
didn't-
like.
If I didn't, Your Honor, if I did not do what you asked me to do, then why was I allowed to come back if I did not do what you asked me
Because
to
I'm frankly going to a very distinct portion of this hearing where I am going to impose sentence.
do? Okay, that doesn't
and
answer
that
the question, though, Your Honor.
matters.
That doesn't answer the question.
Please sit down
Wait.
and I will explain and
Your Honor,
remain quiet
with all
without
due-
interrupting me.
With all due respect.
That doesn't mean you're respecting me, so please sit down.
With all due respect, you told the bailiff when I first said, because every time that I've been brought over there in the past,
Mr. Brooks,
you always stated
I don't need a history
you always
lesson of
stated
what I've done.
that when I exercise my right to be present,
Untrue.
you've
Untrue.
always said, we
Untrue.
have the record. We have the record. We can dig into the record.
Mr. Brooks,
I know what the requirement was of me going over there. You've always stated on the record that when I exercise my right to be present, you will bring me back if I will follow the rules of decorum. That's your exact words, which you said every time.
which you're
I've
demonstrating
I've
right
never
now that
had-
you have absolutely
Your
no
Honor,
ability to do.
With all due respect, I've never had to go through any type of certain words that needed to be said or stressed or anything like that before. I've always done it the way that you've asked me to do it. No different than today when I told the bailiff I would like to be present. You told the bailiff if he wants to be present, he has to put it in writing.
And pledge to me that he will not interrupt me
I put it in writing.
without a pledge.
So why am I here?
because I'm going to move on to another phase of this hearing, and I thought it important that you be here in person.
So I was here.
But you didn't reclaim your right to be back here.
Then why am I here
am
then, Your Honor?
allowing it to
Okay,
happen.
and I respect that you're allowing it, but still, it doesn't answer the question, though, Your Honor. It does not answer the question.
Mr. Brooks.
Your Honor, as a
Mr.
public
Brooks.
servant, I have the right to ask questions
Sir.
of Your Honor.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you refuse to sit down, then you are in direct disobedience of a court order. Sit down and be quiet so I can make the appropriate record.
Can you tell me what the
All
court
right,
order
he's
is?
not going to obey. He's now
I
forfeited
didn't
his
say
right
I
to be
wasn't gonna
present.
obey.
He will go into the
I
other
didn't say I
courtroom.
wasn't going to obey.
We'll be
I
in
just
recess
asked what is the
until he's
order.
there.
I just asked what is the order. I didn't say.